125 करोड़ देशवासी एक कदम चले तो ये देश 125 करोड़ कदम आगे चला जाएगा। मैं आज लाल किले की प्राचीर से विश्व भर में लोगों से कहना चाहता हूं, कम मेक इन इंडिया, आइए हिंदुस्तान में निर्माण कीजिए।
The new government took charge amidst a difficult situation, with a decade-low GDP growth at 4.5%, an all-time low manufacturing PMI, high inflation. The challenge was to reverse the trend and provide momentum, energy, and a single-minded commitment to growth. India has to grow at high rates over the next 3 decades and create jobs for its young population. A strong, vigorous and dynamic manufacturing sector has to be central to India's economic growth. In the last 100 days, measures have been taken to cut down red tape and to lay down the red carpet, diminish human interface and make the system efficient with technology. Best business practices circulated to all states for replication. Online application process for industrial licensing introduced with 24/7 basis accessibility without human interface through the eBiz platform. A major component of defense products totally delicensed. Dual-use items having military and civilian applications deregulated. Validity of industrial license extended to 3 years. All departments advised to introduce online returns through a single form, undertake no inspection without requisite approval, self-certification and third-party certification for Boilers Act introduced. Visa on arrival scheme is being announced for business travellers. %100% FDI through automatic route for suburban rail corridors, high-speed trains, dedicated freight lines, locomotives, coaches manufacturing, freight terminal and signalling system. FDI in defence raised from 26 to 49% with modernization and state-of-the-art technology. In case-to-case basis, FDI allowed up to 100%. For foreign portfolio investment in defence, FDI permitted up to 24% through the automatic route. FDI in construction sector is being liberalized with the aim of developing smart cities and providing affordable housing for all. To provide an impetus to India becoming a manufacturing nation, industrial corridors and smart cities are being developed. Work on 5 smart cities in Delhi-Mumbai Industrial Corridor has moved towards implementation. The perspective plan for Chennai-Bengaluru Industrial Corridor has been completed and 3 new industrial cities have been identified for development. The feasibility study for an industrial corridor on the east coast of India has been commissioned by the Asian Development Bank. For this, the Vizag-Chennai Industrial Corridor will be Phase 1. The perspective plan and identification of new industrial nodes in Bengaluru-Mumbai and Amritsar-Kolkata industrial corridors have been given a major thrust. A new corridor linking northeast with Myanmar and connecting with all the other industrial corridors has been planned in partnership with the Government of Japan. A new National Industrial Corridor Development Authority is being created to coordinate, integrate and monitor the development of these industrial corridors in the country. Development of smart cities using next-generation technology will enable India to technologically leapfrog in the process of urbanization. 21 new industrial clusters have been approved and developed in the last 100 days with an ecosystem of supply chain responsiveness, lower logistic costs, availability of labor and technology upgradation. These clusters will provide costs and productivity gains and drive India up in the manufacturing chain. To promote inclusive growth, the government has focused on building a labor-intensive manufacturing sector. The Indian Leather Development Program has emerged as the most successful skill development program in the country. It has provided training to 51,216 youth in the last 100 days and placed 83% of those trained in the leather industry. With a view to nurturing innovation, the government has taken up an initiative to upgrade the administration of intellectual property in the country, comparable to the best IPR offices in the world. All applications and process have been made online, the use of information technology strengthened, and 1,033 posts are being created. FDI inflows have increased 74% in June-July over the same period last year. Performance of industrial sector as measured by growth of Index of Industrial Production (IIP) has improved. Performance of capital goods, which is an indication of revival of positive investment sentiment, has shown sharp improvement. Manufactured exports in July 2014 are showing a positive growth as compared to July 2013. Gross fixed capital formation has jumped to 7% in the first quarter this year as compared to -2.8% in the same period last year. GDP growth has jumped to 5.7% in the first quarter this year as compared to 4.7% last year. The new government has set a new direction, given a new momentum for a vibrant and a dynamic manufacturing sector. In the coming months, government will fully tap the competitive strengths of India. 3 Ds, democracy, demography and demand, to create jobs and create a new, vibrant India.